Okay, my name is Chong Yee Hau and my mention number is AF170246. For today, I'm going to present about the introduction part. Okay, engineering economy is an subject that is vital importance to engineer. So this subject will help ones to understand the need for the knowledge of an economy for being an effective manager and decision maker. Economy theory deal with the principle of demands, pricing, cost, production, competition, trade cycle, and so the national income and so on. So it concerns the systematic evaluation of the benefit and cost of the project involving engineering design and analysis. This is also relevant to the design engineer who consider material selections, and it involves the systematic evaluation of the economic benefit or proposed solutions to the engineering problem with technical analysis. By emphasizing the economic aspect and have objective or assisting the decision. So the background of the study is our company is IJAM Corporation Berhad. We implement our company the latest project, which is the development of the new private college worth 100 million ringgit for a duration of 5 years. And also our main task as project engineers is to produce a proposal or analysis for the project to be determined either will be success or not. So for the purpose statement, in the early of 2020, the world grappled with the outbreak of an infectious disease caused by the novel coronavirus. So the fourth quarter of our financial years have witnessed the COVID-19 pandemic rapidly evolve from a health emergency to a global economic crisis, arising from measures taken to contain the spread of the COVID-19. So for the objective of our project is to identify the cause of the revenue drop of company IJM due to the pandemic COVID-19, and also to identify the viability of the construction project to be executed from the capacity or economy, and also to identify the approaches to manage the economy and financial management for the construction project. So the scope of the project is IJM Corporate Berhad is the construction company selected our target. So the analysis includes the balance sheet, cash flow, and income statement. So we will conduct a project management begins with the project breakdown, following by the life cycle cost, WPS, and benefit cost ratio in order for the proposal or analysis to be conducted in determining whether the project can be a success or not. So this is our organization chart.
Okay, selamat sejahtera to Dr. Nazira. My name is Kai Xuen, matric number AF170243, and I will present the parts of financial management. So let us begin. So these are company logos, IJM Corporates Berhad, and the background of companies is a leading Malaysian conglomerate and is listed on Bursa Malaysia main markets. Its key business operation includes construction, acquisition of lands, manufacturing and quarrying, concession for infrastructure and plantations. So in 1983, founded by 3 medium-sized local building firms, which is IGB Construction Sdn Berhad, Jurutamah Sdn Berhad, and Mudajara Sdn Berhad. And IJM has also successfully conducted overseas projects in Orlando, United States of America, Singapore, and Australia, township developer in India. So next part, I will present the company performance. First, this company performance in construction sector, as can see is in the figures, which shows the key financial indicators for construction sectors of financial years 2020. So you can see the revenue is decreased by 1.4% as compared to financial years 2019. Its earning before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortizations is increased 7.9% compared to financial years 2019, and pay profit before tax is decreased by 0.7% as compared to financial year 2019, and its margin is 7.6%. Next, the company performance in property sectors. Also from the figures, from the key financial indicators, we can see is that the revenue is increases by 55.5% as compared to financial year 2019, and decrease. So from earnings before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization is decreased 8.6%, and from the profit before tax is increased 0.6%, and its margin is 8.8% on financial year 2020. So next, the company performance in industry sector. So from in the financial indicator, you can see the revenue is increased by 6%, and the earning before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortization is decreased by 2.9%, and its profit before tax is decreased by 23.9%, and its margin is 5.4%. So next, I will briefly explain the income statements. So income statement is one of the three major financial statements that reports a company financial performance over specific accounting periods. So net income equal to total revenue plus gains minus the total of expenses combined with losses. So an income statement provides valuable insights to a company operations, the efficiency of its management, underperforming sectors, and its performance relative to industry peers. So this table shows the analysis of financial performance between financial years 2019 and financial years 2020 of IJM Corporation Berhad. So firstly, the revenue, as we can see, so I will present like how many percent decrease or increase compared to the financial year 2019. Okay, so for revenue is increased by 16.8%. For gross profits increased by 7.5%. For the earning before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortizations is decreased by 0.8%. For the cost, earning before interest, tax, depreciation, and amortizations is increased by 22.4%, and the profit before tax is decreased by 20.1%, and the core BBT is increased by 23.4%. In net profits is decreased by 25.5%. You see the gross profit margins on the financial year 2020, 18.7. The profit before tax margin is 7.8, and the net profit margins is 5%, and the return on total assets is 1.07%, and the return on equities is 2.61% on the financial year 2020. So next, we'll go to the balance sheets. So a balance sheet is a financial statements that reports a company assets, liabilities, and shareholders' equities. The balance sheet is a snapshot representing the state of a company finances as of the dates of publications. So as from the table shows the analysis of financial position between financial years 2019 and the financial years of 2020 of IJM Corporation Berhad. So firstly, the total assets is increased by 1.9% compared to financial year 2019. Total liabilities also increased 1.6%. Shareholder funds also increased 0.7%. The total equities increased by 2.3%. The total borrowing also increased 3.8%. The total bank balances also increased 42.7%. So the net assets per se is 2.65, and the net gearing is 48.89% in financial year 2020. So next I will go to the cash flow statement. So typically a cash flow statement is a financial statement that summarizes the amounts of cash and cash equivalents that entering and leaving a company. So the main components of the cash flow statement are cash from operating activities, cash from investing activities, and cash from financing activity. So the table shows the analysis of cash flow between financial years 2019 and financial years 2020 of IJM Corporation Berhad. So firstly, as we can see, is the operating activities is increased by 1,500 591.2%. That's pretty much. And the investing activities is increased by 6.7%, and the financing activities is decreased by 133.4%. And the closing cash and cash equivalent is increased by 42.7%. So that's all from me. Thank you.
So for the next one will be the problem solving. There will be the decision making process. There will be several steps out or all. So the first one will be to understand the problem. In this case, the problem is financial problem or IJM corporations per heart affected by the pandemic COVID-19. So the second one will be to correct the relevant information. Based on the annual report, the group reported the earnings before the interest tax, depreciations and amortizations (EBITDA) marginally declined by Rm 9.39 million or 0.8% from the previous years. The third one is define a set of facility alternatives. There will be three. The first one will address the business continuity. The second one will ensure the liquidity and cost management. The third one will be the ready for a new room. So I will select 2 or done for the fourth steps, which is the address business continuity. I activate the business continuity plan (BCP) with adherence to the COVID-19 operating procedure (SOP) for all the operations to achieve the full productivity. The second one will be the ensure the liquidity and cost management. There will be ensure the sufficient liquidity and cash flow of the management to meet the financial obligations. The fifth one will be the evaluate the alternative. So the first solution, all the operation be able to maintain the productivity by the aid of PCB. The second solution is the group cash flow administration and the liquidity remain at the stable condition during the movement retreatment period. So the sixth step will be the select the best alternative. So there will be the ensure the liquidity and cost management. So the seventh will be the information monitor and evaluate the result. So based on the solution, we were monitoring the financial statement, classify the possible affected aspect and apply relative emergency procedure. This will be the better solution in such pandemic.
Hi doctor, my name is Chee and my metric number is AF170247. So now I present about the project background. Our company had decided to build a new private college for engineering, namely Cambridge College, in January of 2021. This project worth for 100 million ringgit Malaysia and the project duration is for 5 years. The location is Kampar, Perak, and it is 190 kilometers or 2-hour drive from Kuala Lumpur. The mission is to deliver sustainable value to our stakeholders and enrich life with the IJM marks of excellence, and the vision is to become a leading Malaysian conglomerate in the markets we serve. This is the project information, and there are 3 parties involved in the project, which are developer, engineering consultant, and contractor. And this developer is IJM Corporation Berhad and is our company. And next is the engineering consultant, which is ABS Civil Consultant, and the contractor is the Harian Sendirian Berhad. And the project title is Proposed of New Private College Development in Kampar, Perak, and the development name is Cambridge College. This is the map for our project locations, and it is near to the University Tunku Abdul Rahman Kampar campus. I circle cost analysis. It can be divided into 3 phases, which are acquisition phase, operation phase, and end of life. It aims to conclude all the costs related to the project during its lifespan. It is a method to assess the total cost of ownership of a facility, and is designed with the lowest overall cost while maintaining its quality and functions. It starts from the construction cost, operation cost, and including the cost of capital return. In our case, the project lifespan is 40 years. There are two main variables, which are internal rate of return (IRR) and minimal attractive rate of return (MIRR) are used in life cycle cost analysis. IRR is a method commonly used by private parties to determine the feasibility of an investment. The IRR value is one of the considerations of private sector in predicting project sustainability and risk. MARR is the minimum value of IRR offered by the party providing the project to an individual, company, or agency. The acquisition phase is the first phases in the life cycle cost analysis, and it considers all the activity before the delivery of product and services. It, it can be further classified into three stages, which are requirements definition stage, preliminary design stage, and detailed design stage. Requirement definition is to identify the client's requirement, the required documentations, and the preliminary design stage is to identify the feasibility study, and detailed design is for the detailed design of the building, the site. And next, the acquisition cost is the initial cost, or also known as capital cost. In a life cycle cost, people will try to minimize capital cost in order to reduce the overall project cost. It is a cost outlay which is required in order to put a system or an asset into service to benefit the user. There are three main properties. There are three main assets in our company, which is land, building, and equipment. So for the land, the acquisition cost, including purchase price, real estate commission, title search and title transfer fee, title insurance premiums, unpaid tax, cost for surveying, local assessment, and sometimes the removal cost for unusable building is needed also. For the building, the acquisition cost, including purchase price, maintenance or reconstruct costs, legal costs, real estate commissions, unpaid taxes. For the equipment, seller's next invoice price, transportation fee, insurance in transit, installation cost, accessory cost, testing cost will including in the acquisition cost. And it also including construction materials such as aggregate, cement, steel, and others. And acquisition cost including consultancy, research and development costs, and also including project, insurance, infractions, taxations, and financing. For the operations phase, it involves the operation and maintenance costs need to consider during the lifespan of this project of 50 years, and also including repair and maintenance costs. And the maintenance cost may be affected by the layout of design. And last is the end of life, and the treatment and disposal cost will be included in these stages. That's all from me. Thank you, doctor.
Hi doctor, my name is Wei Siang and my metric number is AF170224. Now I will present my part. So for 3.3, work breakdown structure. Work breakdown structure is a deliverable or oriented hierarchical decomposition of the work to be executed by the project team to accomplish the project objectives and create the required deliverables. It organizes and defines the total scope of the project. Each descending level represents an increasingly detailed definition of the project work. Work breakdown structure got two types, which is deliverable based and plan based. A deliverable-based work breakdown structure clearly demonstrates the relationship between the project deliverable and the scope. A pace-based WPS is which the level 1 has 5 elements, and each of these elements are typical phases of a project. Okay, so this is our DS, which got 4 levels, which the first level is the college building project, and the second level which is general condition, pre-construction, construction, and testing and commission. And then we got level 3, then we got level 4. Okay. So for the 3.4 benefit cost ratio, that we have the details for benefit cost ratio based on 3.2. That the project lifetime of private college is equal to 40 years, and then investment of private college which is 100 million ringgit, and market value of private college which is maybe 45 million, and annual operating and maintenance cost which is 10 million, and benefit earned by year per year which is 20 million. That the project require a 10% return per year, which is 10% of MARR, and the study period of 40 years. So it is based on our calculation, the conventional BC ratio with PW, which is equal to 1.28, which is more than 1, is beneficial. And then for the modified BC ratio with PW, also 1.78, which is also greater. Then for the conventional BC ratio with AW, also greater. And then for the modified BC ratio with AW, also greater. So for the conclusion, that there will still be minimal drop of the IGM Corporation Berhad due to the MCO implemented by the government to address the COVID-19 outbreak in Malaysia, which entail a comprehensive restriction of movement and public gatherings nationwide, including the shutdown of business premises. With the onset of the COVID-19 pandemic in March 2020, the group has swiftly and proactively adjusted its business strategies to address the emergent challenges and uncertainties posed by the pandemic. The group has refined its strategy to address the potential impacts of the business, workforce, and the broader economy. Based on the analysis of benefit cost ratio upon the project financial management, the private college construction project is beneficial. When evaluating with the conventional and or modified benefit cost ratio with present worth and annual worth, all the results are greater than 1, which means the project is acceptable to proceed. Therefore, the proposal of a new private college worth 100 million ringgit for a duration of 55 years will be a success. Oh, sorry. Yeah. That's all for me. Thank you.